When your baby's inside, it's really well protected by a couple of layers of membranes, by a really nice big waterbed bag of fluid, and also this great thing called your cervix, which we talk about a lot because that's the thing we care about. Is it open? Is it closed? Is it opening? Is it staying closed? Is it soft? Is it firm? All of that kind of stuff. Your cervix is basically the doorway to your uterus, and when you're pregnant, that stays closed up until the time you're ready to deliver. There's no way of getting through the cervix during intercourse. There's just no way to do it. Getting through the cervix and into the uterus, which is where the baby is staying and hanging out in their condo, really nicely protected.
Sometimes folks who have intercourse have a little bit of spotting or bleeding after, and that can be a little bit concerning and disconcerting to see. Most of the time, it's just the extra blood flow to the tissues of the vaginal wall. The cervix is very vascular, so any sort of irritation to the cervix can cause a little bit of spotting, but it can be absolutely fine and normal. If you're ever concerned, always check in with your care provider. There are a handful of folks that we advise not to have intercourse, but for most healthy, straightforward pregnancies, it's absolutely fine. And, towards the end can even help stimulate that labor to come on, right? So it's been used for centuries as a way to get folks into labor that lasts a little bit.
Yeah, so as Ildiko said, intercourse in pregnancy is totally safe unless you've been told otherwise by your provider. And usually if you have a reason why intercourse isn't safe in pregnancy, we usually find out those reasons pretty early on in the pregnancy, and you would know about them and be told. Just some examples are if you had a low-lying placenta, maybe if you had a history of a shortening cervix, or history of, a very early preterm birth prior. So those are things that you would know about. I can definitely appreciate that intercourse during pregnancy, there are lots of changes. There are lots of changes to your body. So for you and your partner, it's a new thing to get used to. And, it just might mean getting creative, especially at the end, maybe with different positions than you're used to.